Welcome back to the Red Zone. We wrap things up with North Central College Sports Information Director, Clark Teuscher. Clark, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So the women's soccer team makes it to the CCIW tournament, but they fall in the opening round to a tough Augustana team.
Yeah, it's tough in postseason play going on the road and playing a team of that caliber. Nobody on the team had ever been in that situation before, so to even go into the second half tied 1-1 certainly shows that they were ready for the challenge, and they just weren't able to get the things done that they needed to do in the second half. But it shouldn't take away from what they were able to accomplish this season, and hopefully the players that are returning use that as a motivator as they prepare for the next season.
Yeah, the Cardinals actually jumped out ahead in that game with a goal by Hope Stayer, and it seemed like they were almost surprised that they were winning as Augustana bounced right back and scored within 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's kind of a general rule in soccer that you're the most vulnerable in the 5 minutes after you score. That's hopefully that's a lesson that they can take forward and be prepared for something like that in the future.
But the junior that scored that goal, Hope Stayer, she was named this week to the All-CCIW first team. And right now, going in as a junior, she ranks second in career goals and points scored.
Hope was pretty much the entire focus of the offense this year. Scored about half the team's goals and was one of the top scorers in the conference. So not a surprise to see her, voted by her coaching opponents as one of the top players in the conference.
So do you think she'll have a shot at those career scoring and points records, or do you think more teams will be keying in on her next year?
It's certainly, you would expect that a lot more attention would be paid to her, but I'm sure, the coaching staff at North Central is going to put some things together and find some more creative ways to get her some opportunities in front of the net.
The men's soccer team, they missed out on the tournament, but still had a trio of Cardinals that were voted to the All-CCIW second team.
Yeah, that's the most we've had in quite some time, and certainly shows a measure of respect that has increased over the past couple of years as they've gotten better as a program.
And with Jake Musinski, one of those guys, he's returning next year. Do you think the Cardinals will have a good chance at improving on their 3-4 conference record?
I think so. They learned a lot about the value of being able to control possession in the middle of the field, and the value of having a solid back four that communicates well and is able to take some pressure off the goalkeeper. So I think they've definitely learned some things that they can carry forward and are going to make for a lot stronger program all around next season.
And a strong program this fall was also the women's volleyball team, and it showed when the postseason accolades came out as well.
They had 3 all-conference honorees as well. Laura Kluke was named the Freshman of the Year and was a second-team all-conference pick in a year where 5 setters were picked among the all-conference teams. So certainly a deep position this year, and it was good to see her ranked as one of the top players in the conference at that position. So 2 of those 3 are going to be coming back next year, so certainly looking up on the volleyball court as well.
And the football game isn't the only big thing this Saturday, as both the men's and women's cross-country teams head to the NCAA regional race.
This is the focus of the whole year, and really the last 6 months for those teams has been performing well on a stage like this. So a course that they're pretty familiar with. They run on that course every year. The Nationals have been there before. They run an invitational there every season. It's a very fast course. It's a course that they've tended to run well on. So it'll be interesting to see what they're able to put up against what has been one of the stronger regions in the country the last few years.
And the men's team is ranked 3rd nationally, but they've been first in the region all year. Is there any team that could really give them a challenge for the championship?
Washington University in St. Louis has been one of the top programs in the country, both on the men's and women's side for the last several years. Ironically, they're coached by Jeff Stiles, who's a 1999 graduate of North Central and ran for Al and was an All-American here. So certainly a lot of the same lessons that he learned in college being taught there in St. Louis. They actually won the women's national championship last season for the first time. So we would expect the men's team to be high in contention for a trip to the national championships as well.
Well, we hope that the men's and women's teams both do well this year at the regionals. Thanks so much for joining us, Clark.
Thank you.
The Cardinals hope to close out the regular season with a victory as they travel to Augustana College on Saturday to take on the Vikings. Kickoff set for 1 p.m. I'm Mark Dahlquist. We'll see you next week on the Red Zone.